ready?
Yeah.
Okay, Jack, whenever you're ready to go.
Early this morning, about 6 o'clock a.m., around 6:15 a.m., Tuscaloosa County Sheriff's Office received a call of some type of suspicious activity on the interstate. Turned out to be around the 62-mile marker eastbound. Deputies, while they were en route to that area, another witness or person called, I believe was driving a commercial truck, and reported that he believed he had struck someone on the interstate. While they were down there working that with the state troopers trying to determine what had occurred, a second call was received approximately 45 minutes later, reporting that there was a subject laying on the roadway or right off the roadway on Frog Ridge Road. This is also in the Foster's community. It's probably 3 to 4 miles, possibly 5 miles apart. Deputies arrived on scene there, discovered a deceased individual. At that time, the Violent Crimes Unit was, based on some of the things on scene, the Violent Crimes Unit was called out. We're just now beginning this investigation, but based on some of the evidence that we recovered on scene right now, we're working under the presumption that these are homicides, and we are conducting our full-scale investigation. And as I said, it's just beginning now at this time. Whether or not they're connected or not, we're operating under that presumption, but we don't have the evidence right now to say that with certainty. So.
What can you tell us about the victims?
Right now, there appear to be 2 black males, and other than that, that's all I can tell you.
How unusual is a case like this, and what's the difficulty for you and the other investigators?
Yeah, well, it is a little bit out of the ordinary. We have had cases like this in the past in the Violent Crimes Unit. I was reviewing one last week that's going to trial soon that began like this. We do have some active leads that we're working on right now, and we do have, as y'all all know, we're very proud of the work that our investigators do. So we're going to do our best on this. So there is a lot going on right now. Unfortunately, I just can't give you out any more information other than that. I would ask though that any persons that were in the Foster's area on the interstate that saw any incidents obviously occurring with these 2 individuals, or any suspicious activity that involved what's been reported as a white sedan or white car, early morning hours around Frog Ridge Road, Gainesville Road, and Highway 11, obviously around the 62-mile marker on the interstate. The interstate in particular, we assume multiple people would have witnessed something with all the traffic. We would ask them that they call the Violent Crimes Unit immediately today, if possible.
Jack, with the feeling that these may be homicides, is there any active threat to the community? Any sense that there may be a suspect out there?
Yeah, as I said, we have some active leads right now that I'm going to be able to divulge, but because of those, we do not believe there's any threat to the community right now. So,
Are you guys at a point in the investigation where you know who they are, but you're not at the point where you can tell? I'm
not going to discuss or presume any of that right now. This is truly a case of us just beginning this, and there for the integrity of the investigation and from my general knowledge base, I'm not going to be able to discuss anything with certainty at all.
Can you tell us where the victims are from, if they're local?
That's still being worked on.
Okay.
So.
What time were the bodies discovered?
The first call, the one on the interstate, was at 6:15 a.m. And the one on Frog Ridge Road, I believe the initial call was at 6:55 a.m.
You guys are handling both of these, or does a lead or state troopers play any kind of role?
The state troopers came out initially and assisted on the interstate because at that time it was unknown if that was an accident. We have had in the past individuals that have disabled vehicles get struck by passerbys or whatnot, and the individual that struck this individual did not know what was going on. But as I said, there was evidence found on scene and some other things that led to the belief that this wouldn't be an accident, that this would be a criminal act. And like I said, right now we're operating under the presumption that they're homicides.
And just to be clear, the driver who struck this person on the interstate is not a suspect?
No. They stopped and called.
Okay.
Yes. No, they stopped and called. So.
Did you meet with the driver?
Sir?
Have y'all met with the driver?
Yes, and several other witnesses.
And is the suspicion then that the deceased was dead when they were struck?
All that's under investigation.
Okay.
Jack, there was a vehicle in the median on the interstate, probably 200 yards from where the possible crime scene was at. Has that been excluded? Y'all don't believe that that vehicle has anything to do with it?
Yeah, we've looked into that. So.
Okay. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
If y'all would please ask for any witnesses to come put that our number to 464-8690 would be the number. We'll be here all day and probably tonight and until we get to some kind of conclusion.